I was just writing on Twitter, but I don't know if anyone reads it, so I thought I'd do a little video with my beautiful face. And yeah, I was just saying how, I've gone through history inventing everything at times, different people, Mozart, Elvis, all these different people inventing new waves of inventions. A lot of other people make similar stuff and come up with little things, but I've done most of the stuff that's changed humanity. And I invented a little computer. The Nazis didn't like it. They killed, destroyed it and burnt everything. And so they brought out, the binary sort of model. But yeah, I was just chatting like on my Twitter about how I think we should put computers out on the street, like a transformer box up on the pole or whatever, or out on the street. And you just access it through the wall in a little box or something, and it has so much power that you wouldn't even see any lag, and the ping would be perfect, like the only reason we don't have that in our home, it's too dangerous really, the high voltage and the electromagnetic and all that sort of stuff. So you could just have a little keyboard, mouse and monitor and just access the street box. And you could also have like a local LAN, like a local network, and all meet and have an access page and meet up for barbecues and get to know your neighbours and make it really easy for older people or younger people to sort of access it and read it all. And yeah, I think it'd be good to have sort of a little network in your neighbourhood. They each share a box and you can play games together and everything. And yeah, and I'd like to invent my little non-binary computer as just a little thing in the home, like a little appliance. So that might sort of, that Windows whole model, because everyone's over it now, aren't they? The whole development, just stick it on the street as a huge fucking machine, and everyone can access that. Have like a subscription, a bit like Spotify, that has all the software on it. You can just, you don't have to install anything. It's all there just to access. Like pay a subscription like for the whole thing, like $200 a year or something, or $200 or $300 a year. And you can just have everything there included, all the software, everything. I think it would work really well, No one would need a pirate then, because people pirate stuff because they can't afford to buy it. And yeah, my little machine would just be a little thing in the home, like a little novelty. I don't think it would take over the market. It'd just be something fun different to do, a different approach. And, I think maybe computers would move on then. It feels like they're stuck, everything's stuck in front of your face and nothing's happening, like I'd love it just to see that Windows machine to develop onto the street and maybe into cars and into space and, move on a bit. It's sort of stuck for so many years, and I'd like my little one to move in, and mine's just like a little development of a little droid or something, slowly. So I think Windows is more the nervous system, whereas my little computer is more of a brain, like I'm not trying to be egotistical, but I just think it includes imagination, my little computer, whereas the Windows one's more, the AI even is still more nervous system stuff. It's sort of in and out, sort of binary. But yeah, I haven't started mine yet. I've just done some notes, but I'm trying to sort of get my head around how the binary one sort of works, so I can sort of calculate the differences, and because I want them to be compatible. And I've got a good idea, but it's just putting it down on paper and getting it actually done and not being bothered by, I think people have been hassling me about it, but I don't want to be hassled. I just want to sort of have a private space to do it. I don't think it's going to affect anyone else's business. It's just, I'm welcome to help other people. Like, I think that machine on the street and just have an access port, would save the environment. You wouldn't have all these mega upgrades, all these kids wasting thousands and thousands of dollars just to get the new machine, and then 2 years later they get another one. They spend 10 grand on their machine and then it's out of date for the games. But you could make them fully powerful on the street. You wouldn't have to upgrade them, just make them the capacity, and just have small upgrade, minor maintenance stuff every few years or something, every 10 years, and just have it full power, like I'm sure they just hold it back because of the domestic restrictions, the power sockets and the 240, and you could have them on the street running at mega voltages. and have all the proper cooling, you know, fans, and the air would rush through it, and it'll be all air cooled. You wouldn't have to have water, liquids, crap, you know, like you have in your house. Just have ventilation. You know, all that, you know, wind and rain on it would cool it. And yeah, having that network page, you know, like you just access your local network. I mean, you could also, you know, network other people, but your local one would be much quicker and much more responsive, and you get to know your neighbours better, and you might even be more inclined to move close to people you like or something, and see people in person rather than just, you know, people you don't even know. You're talking to people you never meet. You know, it's ridiculous. And why do we need to talk across the countries? You know, like, I mean, you can have that, but well, you know, we're talking to people we don't even probably never see. I just think it needs to move on. All this computers, and it's such a waste. All these, you know, millions and millions of tons of circuit boards. Like I did my nephew's computer. It was beautiful. You know, it was silent, no sound, and all the lights. And but the, you know, graphics card was out of date, and this thing's out of date, and in a few years it'll be out of date, and we'll have to throw it out. That's more waste, you know. Why don't we think about this stuff? You know, I've got stuff here, other things that last forever. You can just, you know, fix them up a bit. But these things are useless. The software's out of date, not compatible, and then the games aren't compatible with the other. I want to play older games on my computer, and I can't. They're out of date. So, you know, what is this? It's just this merry-go-round of wasting stuff, you know. Like, you could make it solid state out on the street, and it's just lasts for 100 years, you know. I think that was all my point. I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, like for gaming and that, and I mean, my little box would probably be the size of you know, your Xbox or something. You know, just do some different things indoors. I could even do it without a keyboard and mouse, and just have a little monitor, or hook up to the other monitor, have it sort of connected to that. But even without mine, you know, they could still upgrade the boxes and have, you know, street level stuff, because, you know, they could have full capacity internet. You just have your little, you know, 100 gig connection or something with the LAN. You know, you don't even need all your internet in here or your NBN. Just connect a cable to the box on the street, you know, like, and just make it cheap. You know, have everything on there for like $300 a year or something, you know, which works out what, I don't know, maths, 25 a month or whatever, I don't know, something. You can put your phone through it. Yeah. I just think we're just not thinking the right way. We're just thinking, let's use everything up. I think we've got to think the other way. Let's create something, you know. Instead of just wasting it all and destroying it, let's create things and make it, you know, make a better world, rather than just sitting around wasting away. A lot of people are just getting bored of shit, and, you know. I was going to mention something else. I can't think what it is. I invented coffee at one stage. Like, I actually made the bean tree when I was at Entity. And, like, this is, you know, talking millions of years ago. And, yeah, it was made perfectly. It was a perfect little tree, a coffee bean. It's not harmful, you know, like, it just allows your brain functions. And so everyone feels like, oh no, I'm high or something, but they're not really. It's allowing their brain to function properly, you know. So they expect themselves to, and say, I need coffee, but you can't overdo it, you know. Like anything, you got to have it in moderation. Probably 2 or 3 cups a day is probably enough. Otherwise, it's hard to sleep, you know, with full brain function. You need your brain to switch off. So, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to understand that someone might have been around forever doing stuff, creating things, and you can probably see it in there. Amadeus, Da Vinci, Elvis. I bullcrap because I'm protecting myself, that's all. I tell the truth and then I bullcrap a little bit if I feel threatened. So I was Christ, of course. Always here helping. Just wish I got responses. I've turned everyone off me. That's alright, I don't care, it's alright. Everyone's out getting laid, not getting none. Alright, well, have a good day. Remember, I love you.